Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5:30.
Police say a comment left on our Valley News Live Facebook page could soon lead to an arrest in a Grand Forks assault case. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. Andrea has the evening off. Adam Dahl is still recovering at a Minneapolis hospital after being beaten outside a downtown Grand Forks bar last weekend. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson shows us the latest developments in this case that have been fueled by social media.
A friend who was with Adam Dahl last weekend originally told police they were jumped by as many as 5 men outside a downtown bar, and that Dahl was repeatedly kicked in the head.
But that's not what happened, according to an eyewitness who posted on our Valley News Live Facebook page. I spoke with Emily Landowski in person today. She wasn't willing to appear on camera, but she says she stands by the story she posted on Facebook.
Landowski says she saw Adam Dahl and another man arguing and pushing each other. She saw the man get on top of Dahl and get in a few good hits. She says Dahl was never kicked in the head. Landowski says she jumped out of her car and started screaming at the man to stop, and he did.
So that post on the Valley News Live Facebook page led to a person of interest?
Yes.
Do you expect an arrest in this case soon?
We're hoping so, but like I'd mentioned earlier, we want to make sure that we explore some other avenues in our investigation before we move to an arrest, but hopefully it does lead us towards that, yes.
Lieutenant Johnson says details of that Facebook post about what happened here on North 3rd Street last weekend seem to all be checking out as factual. It's a story that's a lot different than the one police originally received.
But the original statements you guys took, the buddy of Dahl's admitted he had consumed a large amount of alcohol, and this whole story was kind of fuzzy.
Yeah, from the beginning, the details were somewhat lacking.
Some details that have now been filled in by the power of social media. In Grand Forks, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
Police now say after interviews with witnesses, it may be next week until any formal charges are filed in this case. A teenage boy accused of trying to kidnap, attack, and rob a woman at West Acres Mall pleaded not guilty today. Prosecutors say 15-year-old Abdirahman Sahil pointed a gun at a woman, threatened to shoot her, and then tried to get her into a car. The assault happened back in September. The woman said she was injured in the attack. Sahil is a juvenile, but because of the serious nature of this case and the crime and charges against him, his case has been moved to adult court, and he's due in court again in June. We have some seriously gusty winds out there in the valley. It's shaking that Valley News Live Skycam. So when will they die down? Let's find out with meteorologist Robert Hahn. Robert?
Yeah, Steph, I mean, we've had those winds all day today, shaking that camera around all day. Holding onto your hats was a good idea as you head out the door today. Winds still gusting over 30 miles per hour, even over 40 miles per hour in a few locations. Not quite as strong as we saw earlier this afternoon, but still some very gusty winds. Winds gusting as high as 37 miles per hour here in the Fargo-Moorhead area. 43 in Gwinner, 44 in Sisseton, 43 in Fergus Falls. Because of the wind and the very dry conditions out there, red flag fire warning and wind advisory, those both continue until the 7 o'clock hour. Do take care with any outdoor burning. Actually, it's discouraged at this time because of that red flag fire warning. A few clouds out there. Underneath those clouds, a few rain and or snow showers. Temperatures, they're tumbling. We're 50 degrees here in Fargo not too long ago, now into the upper 30s. Cold front making its way on through. Temperatures in the 20s and 30s. Wind chills in the teens and 20s in many locations. Here in Fargo, as we head through the evening, those temperatures will continue to drop on off. The winds will slowly drop on off, but still breezy through the 9 o'clock hour. We'll see temperatures in the low 30s. The wind chills will be in the teens by that time. So bundle up overnight tonight. A cold night. We've got some unsettled and chilly weather over the next 7 days, and we'll detail that in a few minutes.
Those 70s will be nice to see again.
It's going to be a while, unfortunately.
Shoot. Okay, yeah. We'll deal with this.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Robert. Well, Xcel Energy is blaming high winds for a very confusing morning in South Fargo. A major power outage left almost 4,000 people in the dark for about an hour or two. Around 10:30 this morning, drivers had to navigate without traffic lights near Main and 32nd Avenue South. Now, a number of gas stations, restaurants, and homes were affected. In fact, employees at Casey's General Store in South University tell us that they had to move around all the food in their fridges. And a grass fire that happened earlier today on I-29 south of Horace was likely caused by fireworks. And of course, those winds didn't help. Cass County Sheriff's Office says Star Fireworks was testing a firework. Now, they attempted to put out the flames, but that wind just picked it up and spread it. The fire got about 60 feet wide. The fire started next to Star Fireworks' building. Then it jumped to the median and to the east side. And a reminder, much of North Dakota and southern Minnesota is under a red flag warning between wind and dry conditions. Be careful out there. Fires can spread very quickly. It's official. A bill that would outlaw revenge porn in North Dakota is headed to the governor's desk. It passed the House yesterday with a 92-1 vote. The bill makes it a crime to distribute graphic or intimate images of somebody without their consent. Now, anyone violating this law will be charged with a misdemeanor, punishable by up to a year in jail and a $3,000 fine. The bill could be on the governor's desk as early as next week. And if you ever need help uncovering fraud or corruption in your community, call our Whistleblower Hotline. Call 701-237-6576, and a member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work exposing the truth for you. It's confirmed the woman's body that was recovered from the Mississippi River is that of a missing University of Minnesota student. The Hennepin County Medical Examiner identified that body today. 22-year-old Jennifer Houle was last seen by friends leaving a nearby bar on Friday. Surveillance video showed Houle jumping or falling into the river there. The medical examiner listed the cause of death as freshwater drowning. The body was found last night after a 3-day search of the area. A celebration of Jennifer's life will be held on April 12th, and the funeral will be April 13th. The board that licenses teachers in North Dakota has voted to not take any action against state school superintendent Kirsten Baszler and her ex-boyfriend. Baszler was charged with assaulting Todd Shostak during an argument in February. The charges were later dismissed. The board also decided to not discipline Shostak, who is a teacher in Bismarck. Moorhead police got a few new members to the team today as 3 new officers took their oath of office. The ceremony was held at the Law Enforcement Center. Officer Nicholas Schultz was also recognized there today. He was awarded with the department's Life-Saving Award for saving a Moorhead resident on New Year's Day. Well, Easter is just a few days away, but many people will be decorating eggs this weekend. When picking out table decorations, look for maybe some antique plates and bowls, and try using candy as a centerpiece. Instead of just dyeing things, temporary tattoos, Sharpies, and stickers can make great additions. Also, silk from ties or scarves can be used to dye both the pattern and the color of your egg.
Those are awesome because you can just use different ties that maybe your grandma passed down and you're never going to wear, some silk scarves, and make them into something that you guys can enjoy at a holiday party.
For more tips on and directions for decorating, head to valleynewslive.com and then look for this story. Well, it's a night to shine a light on a disorder that affects many. The North Dakota Autism Center in West Fargo is hosting Light It Up Blue tonight. The group will be lighting its building blue in honor of World Autism Day. The event starts at 8 o'clock and everyone's invited. Organizers are asking people to dress up in blue or bring anything blue related to support this cause. And if you wore blue today to support it, show us. Post your pic on Valley News Live's Facebook page. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and then send us your pictures. A new tree is growing in the valley, but instead of sunlight and water, this tree thrives on diversity. Today, the community came together recognizing and celebrating its differences for Everyone Matters Day. And to demonstrate, people traced their hands using them to form leaves on the tree.
I think that's important to remember as we continue to move forward, that many of us are here simply looking for a new opportunity and a new life.
The tree will continue to be on display at the library. For more information on this national event, head to valleynewslive.com and click on the Hot button. Still ahead for us, how you can organize your photos on Facebook even easier.
We've got a few scattered rain and snow showers across the area today, and a parade of systems will give us some unsettled weather as we head through the next week. All your forecast details, including a look at your Easter weekend forecast, coming out right after this.